Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. Then today's episode. So, this is pretty much continuing off of yesterday's extra. Wait a minute, did I post yesterday's extra? I don't feel like I posted yesterday's extra. Oh, I didn't publish it on YouTube. No, I posted it, I just didn't publish it on YouTube. But anyways, but no, overall, I did answer this question. Is it bad to delete hate comments? But overall, I wanted to just put that out there for any content creator because, yeah, there are a lot of different content creators where that's the one thing that prevents them from seeing their full potential are hate comments. Because, yeah, we live in a day and age today where people feel the need to, oh, I need to display my hatred for everything. And I'm like, fam, just to let them people know real quick, your hate comments are not needed. Like, that's going to be pretty much this whole episode, letting people know, like, your hate comments is not needed. Nobody cares about your hate comments, what you hate, what you don't like about a person's video or stream, whatever. Because that's one thing that you see, at least for me, I see so often, is that people want to, I guess, like, have control over whatever it is that you're doing. And if you don't listen to them, then they're just going to flat out hate it. Why are you even watching my content, whatever the content is, or even listening to my podcast episodes? If you already have it made up in your mind, you don't like what you're looking at, and you pass by like millions of other options throughout the internet, why is it that I stick out like so much to where you're like, oh, I gotta come here and have some fam? Like, you don't have no control here. But that's what they think. They think that they could just go to a person's channel, have some sort of control, and I'm like, fam, that's not, at least for me, that's not who I am. I don't just let people come to my channel and have control over my videos, the editing, the Twitch streams, the Kick streams, the YouTube streams, whatever it is. And I'm, and that's one thing that I can remember, like, or incident was when there's, so I'm pretty sure, yeah, everybody, I've told this story a few times, but, for those that are new to my podcast, so there was a time before where one of my friends, she has a tea channel. It ain't really, I don't look at it as a tea channel, but I mean, yeah, I guess it would fall in that category. But I more so look at it as like a news. Well, I guess like that's overall what a tea channel is. But I guess like there are some like toxic and negative tea channels out there. That's not my friend. My friend, when she I don't think she still does, because I haven't really, because I have like her videos is like they when she uploads, like I get notified, and I haven't really seen nothing of hers lately. I don't know if she's still posting. Like, I think she got like other things that she's worried about in her life, which is, yeah, it's normal. I mean, she ain't gotta sit down and dedicate her whole life to content creating. But anyways, when was the last time she uploaded? Does she not have the channel up no more? Hold on for a second. Hold up. Wait a minute. I gotta look at some stuff real quick, because now I'm kind of concerned. I'm like, I don't think she deleted the channel, but I mean, it's been a minute since I've seen her upload. Dang, did she actually delete the channel? Wait a minute. No, that's not it. Where is her channel at? Nah, don't tell me she deleted her channel. Hold on for a second. Let me look up her actual, like, her name. Okay, there it goes. Dang, is the channel like blacklisted or not blacklisted? What do they call it? When it's like, because it didn't appear in the search and I looked up the same name. That's weird. That's some weird stuff. I'm like, nah, they got some weird stuff going on YouTube. I do plan on talking about YouTube. Probably it's going to be in the next episode and things, because, yeah, there is something that I got to talk on with them and stuff. But anyways, so my friend, she has this tea channel called Hot Tea. And there was at a time where I was reacting to her videos frequently, because I was so behind on like what was going on in, like, the content creating universe. So I was like, all right, I know she be talking on like the good stuff and things, like she talks on the stuff where I'm like, oh wow, like I'm interested in stuff. So anyways, there's this guy where he just had it like just some weird hatred towards tea channels, and he felt the need that I needed to share that hatred with him. And I'm like, that's one thing that I am not going to do. If you hate something, that's on you, bruh. That ain't got nothing to do with me. But if it comes down between supporting one of my friends, somebody I haven't really known for that long, but I've known them a lot longer than you, if it comes down between supporting them or listening to your hatred for tea channels, I'm gonna support my friend. That's the end of that conversation. But no, so he was like commenting only just, and that was the thing about it. If you guys like follow up with my schedule when it comes down to my main channel, I don't have no schedule. I upload random videos left and right. So on my main channel, like if I could just give you guys like just a recap of just all the videos I've uploaded in the recent months. I've uploaded TikTok memes. I've uploaded voiceover videos. I've uploaded sneaker reviews. I've uploaded like idea like videos where I'm just giving out ideas, reaction videos. And if we're just talking on that, like I've reacted to music, I've reacted to trailers, I've reacted to gaming videos, I've reacted to just about like every genre like known on YouTube and stuff, you know. So I done reacted to a lot of content, you know, if we're just talking this year, but it's always been like that. I'm always reacting. And yeah, there might be, or even yeah, then the police body cam videos. I don't think at the time I wasn't, but still I've always have uploaded, and I think even then too I just have mine like 50 or over. My thing is this: if I didn't have 50 channels at the time, I knew I had more than 20. Like I knew I had a lot of different channels and stuff. So there's all this content that you can watch of mine. Even my gaming channel, where I had to say that's probably the second channel that I'm very active on. You have all this content that you can watch of mine, even videos I've uploaded years ago. He's only commenting on them T videos, just being hateful. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I'm uploading all these different videos and you're only commenting and watching the T videos. Does that make any sense to anybody? If you guys know me and you know how I upload, does that make any sense to just only be commenting on those videos where I'm uploading like 5 to 10 videos of just random content? I'm saying in the one T video that I'm like uploading where it was like, yeah, that one video for the day or for the week, whenever and stuff, regardless, still, you're hating on this. This is a friend of mine and you're hating on this friend. Why? What have they done to you personally? That's one of the things I always try to like figure out and piece together, is that when a person is just being hateful in the comments, it's like, what did this individual do to you? Because they want to say, oh, I'm just trolling, I'm just joking around. That's not trolling. That's not joking around. I've been a content creator for 15 years. You're not going to tell me what trolling is and what it isn't. And that's not trolling. That's just you being hateful. Because my thing is this: I sit down and I listen to you. Then what are you going to, you still going to carry on with the, oh, I was just trolling? You're not going to say that. You're trying to have control over a person's channel. And that's not, at least for me, that's not going to happen. So it trips me out when they be carrying on like that. And then it's like, bro was just being hateful for no reason. And I'm like, fam, at the end of the day, I'm still going to react to her content. So where are we going to go from here? Like, what's the plan now? I'm still going to react to her content and you don't have no control. You have just about the same amount of control as you did yesterday when you was on my channel. So where do we go from here? You gonna have no other choice but to. I ended up blocking that guy. I wasn't even gonna give him the satisfaction of he probably of course unsubscribed when he got blocked and things. I think that's automatic. But anyways, I'm like, nah, bro, you getting blocked. But I was like, I warned you. I let you know. Go watch some other videos or some other content. But I am still going to support my friend. I don't care what you're saying right now. But yeah, it was like, he was just doing that. But I'm like, that ain't even the only time. Like, even just talking on me when people, they be hating on me and stuff. And I'm like, what have I done to you personally? Besides the content that you've seen where it's like somebody, have their hatred for me and they're making a video about it and stuff. But you trying to be that echo. But it's like, you personally, what have I done to you? That's what I would like to know. So it's like, and that's one thing that, people, they like to say with me is that I have like a attitude when it comes to content creating. Like, I have problems and this and that. And I'm like, you need to have an attitude when it comes to content creating. Because you got people out there that be trying to just walk all over you. And it's like, oh, I got control over this person because I'm subscribed to them. Fam, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean absolutely nothing. My thing is this, getting back to, because I feel like I'm kind of like, getting a little, like, not getting off topic, but I'm kind of steering away from the topic. A hate comment is always going to be a hate comment. It don't matter whether you're subscribed to the person, not subscribed to the person, trolling, not trolling, fan, hater, whatever you want to call it. It's like, fam, a hate comment is a hate comment, all right? You can't call it, and that's one thing that people have tried to say, that I'm just criticizing you. Like, it's criticism. That's not, my thing is this. If you're going to criticize me as a character. Don't just criticize a video because you don't like it. that's not valid criticism in my opinion. You're criticizing. No, here's the thing, all right? So if we're just talking on like just all the different videos where I've put in so much like just work, where I've spent like day and night working on the content, whether it's my music, whether it's like compilations that I'm putting together either for myself or for other people, or let me think of some other or even when I was playing automation for a little bit and was building like cars in that game. What else have I done like creative wise? Like I've done so many different creative things, but you only want to like comment on a video where it's like you're looking at that one video where it's like that doesn't speak for me, you know? And so like that's one of the things I like wanted to do for this, is just overall just debunking all hate comments, not just like one hate comment, but just all hate comments. But it's like people want to make it seem like that my reaction videos, they speak for me, like, oh, that's who I am, that's who I know. That's not. The 50 YouTube channels that I have, that speaks for me. The thousands of videos I have, not just the 1,000 videos I have or 2,000, however many videos I have of me doing reaction videos, that doesn't speak for me. All of my content speaks for me. So my thing is this, if you're going to criticize me and my content, you got to criticize all the content. You can't just criticize some. That's like watching some of the movie and then you already have it made up in your mind that, oh, because I seen the opening credits, therefore this movie is going to be corny because of the opening credits. Fam, that's not, you know, and I'm like, just sitting down thinking about that, I'm like, that is probably one of the most valid things that I have said throughout my whole like tenure of being a podcaster. You cannot, I'm gonna repeat myself on this, because this is some smart stuff right here. You cannot watch one of my videos and therefore criticize everything that I've done throughout my content creating career. And I'm just saying, like, if you're all like, oh, I am going to sit down and watch, you thinking like, oh, he probably only got 200-300 videos. Nah, let me open up my social blade and I'm going to open up my main channel and my gaming channel social blade. Hold on for a second. Let me, okay, TMossBoss Gaming, TMossBoss. All right, so where's my phone at? Hold on, because I got to add this up. From my main channel and my gaming channel, how many videos I have. There's a calculator. Okay, so main channel 11,143 plus, that's just on my main channel, 6,214, 17,000 videos. Do you honestly think you have the time to sit down and watch 17,000 videos and be able to criticize like me as a character? Even if you're just watching bits and pieces and that's like, oh, I'm watching videos here and there, or I've seen a decent amount of videos, how am I supposed to know that? I'm supposed to go based off of your word versus what I put out there as a creator. And if people wanted to ask me that question, it's like, how do I view myself as a creator? I view myself as a hard-working creator. I'm not going to view myself, yeah, there's some days where I feel like I don't do enough, but my thing is this, I sit down and I think of the stuff that I have accomplished, the things that I have done, and I got to remind myself that I'm like, this still doesn't take away from what I've done as a content creator. So people, when they want to leave hate comments and talking about me as a content creator, I'm like, fam, I know you don't know me. You don't know nothing about me. The crazy thing about it is that's how a lot of the hatred surrounding my name even started. People watched other videos about me, but they didn't sit down. You watched another person's opinion about another person, and you assume that, oh, I know everything I need to know about this individual, TMossBoss. You don't. You know what? And here's the thing. If you're a hater and you're listening to this podcast episode, you still don't know nothing about me. You probably listened to this whole episode and still don't know nothing. That's the part that just, it concerns me so much with haters, is that you have your mind made up. You listen to absolutely nobody. You try to silence out the world. You only listen to I guess either yourself or whoever it is that I guess got like some sort of mind control over you. And that's how a lot of the times, like how haters operate. They can't go based off of their own thought process. They gotta go based off of another person's thought process. And then they be sitting down wondering, well, why am I so confused? Because you're not thinking for yourself. Sit down, like, well, I was getting ready to say sit down and think about it, but I'm like, they don't think for themselves. So what they gonna be thinking about? They're gonna be thinking, oh, well, what would Minnesota Boy think about? What what would just a robot think about? What would, I'm trying to think of some other people, you know, like, yeah, what would they overall think about? No, for the sake of this podcast episode, sit down and think for yourself. Think of what you want to think about. Don't think about what other people want to think about. Think about what you want to think about, all right? Erase everything that you got in your brain right now. Now, starting from scratch, why do you hate the content creator or any content? It ain't even got to be me, but just any content creator that you got. Because even I've seen where people are like hating on Logan Paul. And I mean, I get why people don't like him as a person, but at the same time, I'm like, fam, you don't have to watch this guy. You don't have to, because my thing is this: if I don't like somebody, I'm not going to be continuously put myself in the same environment as them or watching them while they on, like, so like, let's say for an example, if I didn't like Logan Paul, if and you currently right now he's in the wrestling scene, if he got on my TV, I probably wouldn't turn the channel. But if I like, I'm like, oh my, like, man, his voice is so annoying, muting the TV, going on my phone. So I'm like, I ain't gotta look at him, I ain't gotta hear his voice, I ain't gotta see nothing surrounding him. That's my thing is this. That's what a normal-minded person would do. But would it make any sense? I'm like, I hate Logan Paul so much, I'm going to go to his YouTube channel, watch his videos, make him money, and then go on to my channel, hate on him. But then that's the funny thing about it, though. You see when they do stuff like that, right? How many, so you're thinking like, oh, the whole time, like, they're just, I'm talking to to the people that already hate Logan Paul, right? I do a video, and I'm still the person that I am today. I got over 100,000 subscribers, all this other stuff. I do a hate video talking about why I don't like Logan Paul. How many people do you think is going to watch that video and end up being a fan of Logan Paul? Because I'm saying, like, that's the thing where it's like when you're doing either it's a tweet, a comment, a hate video, like, in a way, you are kind of promoting this person. You're helping this person grow in a way. And do you honestly think everybody that sees your video, everybody that sees your comment, whatever it is, do you honestly think everybody that sees that versus, okay, like, it's this individual talking about Logan Paul. Let me see what this Logan Paul person is like. Let me see what his deal is. And then they sit down, they watch his videos, and they're like, bruh, there's nothing wrong with this guy. Like, do you know how many times, and the funny thing is, the reason why I say that is because, do you know how many times I got comments like that back, like, when I was actively getting a lot of different dislikes across my videos? People commenting underneath my videos talking about, like, bro, why do you have so many dislikes? This video was actually good. Like, what are people disliking the video for? And I'm having to explain to them the situation and stuff, and they're like, that's stupid. Like, that's just flat out stupid. People hating on you because what? Like, of who you are as a person? I'm like, you seem like a chill guy to me. I'm like, and I'm just thinking to myself, and that's the thing where I'm like, I've tried to even have it where people are like, you know, like either making them just like, I guess, like, see the hatred for themselves and not really explaining anything on my part, but still, like, that's the thing where I'm like, I ain't trying to, I guess, like, gas myself up, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm not going to disrespect myself. So the person that I am outside of content creating, like, that's who I am. Like, you know, just when if I'm just randomly talking with somebody, they strike up a conversation with me, I ain't gonna be rude to them. I ain't gonna be all aggressive and upset and all this other, like, I guess, like, how people try to paint me out to be. And that's the thing where it's like, when they try to, like, paint me out, I'm like, what are you even painting out? What are you going based off of? The thing is this, how I look at that is that you're trying to draw a picture of something, but you don't even know, like, what you're drawing. Like, you're just trying to just draw. You're just trying to freestyle. And I'm like, fam, it's not going to make any sense. But then when you explain it, it's like, it only makes sense to you. How is that going to make sense to another person? So that's why I'm like, man, people, before you leave a hate comment, before you make a hate video, sit down and think about it. Is there a reason because even I know people probably ask me, has there ever been a time where I hated on somebody? And I had to say the last time I hated on somebody, like how people be like hating on me, or just how people just be hating on a content creator in general. The last time I did some stuff like that was back when I was in high school, and it was the YouTuber Ray William Johnson. And when I sat down and thought about it, I'm like, I have no legitimate reason on hating this guy. I watched his videos, and his videos was actually entertaining. I'm not saying that you guys sit down and watch my videos, so I guess get it. But I'm just saying, if it was that bad, and that's something I think about now, if it was that bad, why did I continue watching his videos? That was the dumb thing that I didn't like. I didn't really understand about being a hater, is that I hate his videos, but I'm sitting down and I'm watching them. What sense does that make? So yeah, that's why I'm like, man, if anybody, if people were to ask me that question, like adult me, like who do I hate? Nobody. I ain't got it in me to hate on people. It's a waste of energy. It's a waste of time. I'm like, hey, look, if there's somebody out there that's stressing me out or upsetting me, I'm just going to ignore them, block them out of my life. I'm like, there ain't nothing that I need to say, do, or have myself involved with this individual. So that's how I view things. But yeah, you got some people out there where it's like you say stuff like that, and then they're still trying to find a reason to hate on you. And I'm like, if you're trying to find a reason to hate on me, you don't have a legitimate reason. You don't. The thing is this: you already have it made up in your mind on why you hate me. But if you don't have it made up in your mind, then what are you hating on me for? So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, the hate comments at times, they just be unnecessary. I'm like, you're hating on me based off of a video that you watched on me. My thing is this: if you're trying to learn information from somebody, or no, all right. So I guess let me put in a scenario real quick. So let's say you wanted to do a documentary on let's say P Diddy, right? You wanted to do a documentary on P Diddy. Who are you going to now? Yeah, I think it would be recommended to talk to people that know P Diddy, but I mean actually knows P Diddy. That means his friends, that means his family, people that don't have a reason to lie on his name. All right. Or I guess like, yeah, they're not gonna lie on, they're gonna tell the truth if they seen some stuff. Like, so yeah, that's why my thing is this: would it make sense to go to Cassie, who actually spent time with P Diddy, or would it make sense to go to me, somebody that doesn't even know who P Diddy is? The closest that I've ever gotten to P Diddy is, at the time being, when we all thought this was just some like normal man. The only time I ever got close to this guy was when I downloaded his music on my phone. That was the only time that I've ever gotten close to P Diddy. But other than that, now, would it make sense to go based off of what I'm saying about P Diddy, or what Cassie is saying about P Diddy? So that's why I'm like, it's things like that people need to sit down and think about. You're not going to learn any things from me if you're trying to come to me for P Diddy information. I don't know nothing about P Diddy. So yeah, I could do a video about P Diddy, but I'm going based off of stuff that I've seen on the internet. So really, at the end of the day, it's like, fam, and it's stuff that you guys already know about. It ain't unless somebody tells me some new information, but it has to be a person that knows P Diddy. So overall, the point that I'm trying to make is that when you're sitting down and watching a TMossBoss hate video, the video that you're watching, it's based off of what a person has thought up, made up about me and stuff. They didn't contact nobody that know me to make that video. They watched the video on mine and they added an opinion. They didn't add no facts to that video. So at the end of the day, how are you supposed to watch a TMossBoss hate video and learn something from that video? You're learning something from somebody that don't even like me. But what do you think would be more valuable information? Learning something from somebody that don't like me, or learning something from somebody that actually knows me, that grew up with me? I'm saying, like, that's the information that you need. That's the information that you can run with. But other than that, and I feel like, in my opinion, and because I'm sitting down thinking, I'm like, I guess, like, yeah, you could go based off of even that too, where it's like, you can actually talk to the man himself, P Diddy, where you can't actually talk with them. But I'm just saying, go based off of what he says. Go based off, and if they're lying, then they're lying. That's something where it's like, they're going to have to live with the fact that they're lying. But I guess, like, when asking me or talking to me about that, I ain't got no reason to lie about stuff. So people ask me a question, I'm like, I'm going to give you a truthful answer. But at the end of the day, it's like, my thing is this: if you're having this hatred built up in your heart around me and stuff, I'm like, fam, what do you gain from it? Like, I feel like that's a question I always ask. It's like, what do you gain from hating on TMossBoss? Because I feel like you're losing a lot more than what you're gaining. I mean, think about it. You're spending more time worried about what I'm doing versus what's just going on in the outside world. And yeah, you might not be a extrovert person where you're not, but my thing is this: you ain't even gotta be. You can be an introvert person, be focused on stuff from the comfort of your home, But to be focused on another person that doesn't care about your well-being, you have to understand that that is weird. Felt like I need to slow it down for some people because it's like, you'll try telling them things and it's, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm talking too fast and they don't fully get to hear me, but I'm like, yeah, that's why I felt like I need to slow it down. All right, so but anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service. And peace.